pajamas.
Awesome. I'm gonna make this little bigger.
To hide them lower.
That's all right. Here we go.
All right.
Can everyone hear us?
Hello.
There we go. Perfect. I'm here. I'm here. Technical difficulties. Very much technical difficulties. But we are here. We are live. And it's hot. And it's hot. So, whew. All right.
Good.
You're on there? I'm on there. We're here. We're watching there.
We're here.
Lighting's a little dark. I'll put on a little bit more light, you guys. This one.
Remote.
Maybe. Girl, I don't know. I really look here.
It's like I know it flickers when you turn to the fan.
It does.
It's good.
It's good. All right. Do you want to scooch over? Not if I have to go. There we go. I'm gonna pour my water so I don't get too thirsty. Talking to the people. And you can see Kendra's in here helping to moderate the chat. And if you're wondering where Grandma is, she's finishing up her Sunday nap right now. So we've been so busy moving into this new house. So I have a tour coming up for you guys. Miss Ingenuity says, buenas.
Hola.
Buenas tardes. How are you doing? Happy Sunday.
Yeah, it's a big fly too.
Circling and circling.
It's sharky. Don't be shy. Come on in. You can ask all of your questions.
Say hi.
Or just hang, see what other people have to say. Maybe their questions will spark something for you.
Hello to Miss Pamela Jones.
Family's doing all right. It's been a lazy day today. Like, I feel like I just started getting my life together maybe like 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago.
I had a busy morning, so it's a long morning.
We had a busy day yesterday. We finally handed over the keys to our last house where we were at, so we're almost done with that. I can't wait to be done with that and let it be a distant memory. So definitely ready for that, and then just all over the place. We're having a very what do they call it, like heat advisory thing that we have sometimes. So it's 5 o'clock in the evening. It's 92, feels like 100 right now. So we're in with
Heat advisory for, this is gonna be in the night. It's gonna feel like 108 to 106, and that's been the past 3 days.
But we're inside today, so that's all that matters.
Yes. And we got solar panels, so we can run the AC. And the fans.
Period. Let's go, solar panels. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Diamond. Uh-oh, she has spotted something out the window in the front. She's gearing herself to root. I could see her ears. Dogs.
Like stranger danger.
Super girl. Were you owed any return payment from your previous landlord? And if so, any issues getting it returned to you? We're probably not going to see that much money from our deposit after we had the inspection and other things that she wanted to fix. I'm not going to get too into it because honestly, it just makes me upset. I feel like we were definitely being taken advantage of. And we kind of realized that months ago into it, which is why we didn't renew the lease there. Like I feel like we always wanted to move anyway after our first year, but I ended up liking the house, the area, and the neighbors. But honestly, it ended up being her being the reason that we were moving. So hopefully we get at least 1 month back. But yeah, I don't know. BC says, hey, Rose Heard.
Hey.
Y'all come on in. Tell your people to come in. You don't have to worry about the niceties. Drop your questions in. And this is just going to be like about an hour or so. You know, I want to kind of do them a bit more frequently. I was trying out, there's 2 of them in here. Trying out YouTube's native streaming platform. Last time we used StreamYard. I think I may like it better, but we'll see from here how things go.
So I know for this house, once we're all done getting things set up, we're doing an updated house tour.
Yeah, so I never actually did an official house tour in the last house, aside from our driving here, like the part 2 video, the night that we arrived here, and like you guys seeing it the first time. But I never actually did a house tour, and I was like, I'll wait till we get settled and we get more like stuff put away. But we never had stuff put away, so like we had just had like pictures behind the couches and like boxes for like that entire year. And this house definitely has like more storage space, and since we're here for 2 years, then we can feel more settled for sure.
Yeah, I think that house, we never really felt settled. It felt more transition than anything else, and I think that was the heart of what we were doing. It just felt transitioning, like never really a settled place.
Yeah. So the next question is: Merida home or just perhaps your first stop in Mexico? No, I'm gonna stay here. This will definitely be like home, but I definitely want to visit more places. So I have, I want to go to Mexico City. That'll probably happen next year. Oaxaca is definitely on my list, and some of the other places where people tend to settle, like San Miguel de Allende. What's another one? Cholula, like the hot sauce. I want to go to Cabo. Nice. I have never been to the Pacific Ocean, so that is definitely on my list. It's to just to touch it. Explore. I don't have to go too far into it because they got sharks and whales. And the Pacific Ocean is cold, but just to stand there at the vastness of the largest ocean on this planet is a goal for me. But no, Merida will be home base. And I'm a squirrel, you guys, so every time that fly comes to view, that's where my focus will go. But know that I'm here for you. I promise that I'm here. I'll answer questions. And I did want to share with you all that YouTube has a couple features for like doing live. So we have like super thanks, super chat, or donations through super giving. So if you'd like to support our channel while we're live, no pressure whatsoever, because your time and your questions are just as valuable. But if you do, we'll make sure to give you a special shout out on the stream and separate posts. And my goal for this one is if we have like 5 supers, starting low, I'm going to put a poll in our community here, a post on there, and I will have you guys choose what video you want to see from us. So if there's a certain place here in or around the city, or activity or something like you want to see, it will be a viewer's choice video.
Nice.
No, I'm not considering buying or building a home ever again. I did that before. No, I don't want that. I want more of the freedom to leave and to go and to move. I've been a homeowner twice in my life, and I was like, yay, nailed that. And now I'm done with it.
I've thought about buying, but I'm not sure right now. The process is so if you're for temporary residence, you're not a citizen, and the amount that you have to put down, but
It's a lot.
it's an idea. It's a thought for me. I prefer owning versus renting. So
In some instances, yes, for sure. But because honestly, renting here is a lot like owning a home, except that you don't own the home. Like everything falls to you as far as the maintenance and everything for the home, and the amount of money that we've put out even just in renting in the past year. I said, Dad, you might as well give me the keys. This is my house now.
That part.
Like at this point.
Yeah.
So I it had crossed my mind, or if not building or buying a home, maybe you could buy apartments here, like how they do in Europe. It's still very common, like maybe like a 2-bedroom apartment. I would consider that, but no, I don't want a house. I don't want the ownership part that comes with it. And you don't have to be a citizen to buy land here. That one almost kamikaze my face. Someone grab that magazine. You don't have to be a citizen to own land here, but if you're not, it has to be, I want to say, like at least 30 kilometers away from the beach, which Merida is. So that's perfectly fine. You don't have to worry about being in a flood zone, but you're still perfectly close to the beach. If you saw our YouTube short or Instagram reel from like last weekend or something, me and my sister were having a sister date at the beach. It was right there. And then we, just come back home.
Miss Pamela, we cannot wait to see you fall of next year.
Yes, she said we are her inspiration for her. Her plan is to Brexit to Mexico in fall of
Come on down,
2026.
Yay, come on.
Have you already done your exploratory trip here? That's a crime in this magazine. It's about to be murder. So as you guys know, when we first moved here, my dog had to cross the Rainbow Bridge. But if she was here, she would be catching these for me because it was always her life goal. She was like, they're annoying, and she's going to chase that flag until she catches it. But she's not here in the flesh anyway. Some of the flesh. We're very dark humor. Very dark humor. Her urn is over there along with Tallulah's. But yeah, she would have caught these for me.
Pam, let us know when you come down in October. We would love to meet you, come show you around a little bit.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you. Oh, you have a fur baby too. So we would be flying with them, or we'd be making the drive. She has that feel. We'll be doing another one this October. October is such a great place.
It's a good time to move down here, to come down here. It's not super hot. It's not as humid as it is. The rain is kind of tempered off some as well too. The fall and winter time down here is really nice.
The best season. And as soon as Dia de los Muertos ends, like Christmas decorations are thrown up.
Yeah.
Because there's no Thanksgiving, so
it's a nice big holiday, and they do it big out here. I really like that last year for Christmas, where a lot of the glorietas, which is like the big roundabouts throughout the city, they're decorated with Christmas decorations and presents and trees and things like that. It's so pretty for like the whole entire month of December and a part of November.
They have a lot of activities too for families, because this place is major on families. So if you're coming down, even as a solo person, you can get integrated into the community. And when we came last year, we came right in and we started volunteering. We started doing stuff and getting connected right away.
Could that be? Ms. Ingenuity says, I'll be starting my move there next year. I've been visiting for periods of time since 2018, so I appreciate your task videos, like going to the doctor. Hope to see you sometime. We'll be around.
Hi, Valerie.
Yeah.
Flooding in Cholula. Thankfully, no. I don't know if that's just we're farther away or the sewer system is a little better here, but the flooding is not as bad out here as it is, I would say, in the city. When it rains, it's really hard for a short period of time. You'll definitely see some of the streets they'll be flooded, but it's not always as deep as it looks.
Except for on the south side of the city.
Yes.
where it's more local. Like we're still considered like on the northern side, which is where most like immigrants or expats live. So a lot of the roads are newer or better maintained for appearance's sake, of course. But go to the south side of like any city. It's always the south side. There's an MLK something somewhere here, and but yeah, they're definitely not as well maintained. And then sometimes it won't even be flooding. It'll be the potholes, and those are full with water, and you don't know how deep they are. We have hit a couple of those. A couple of those. Researching best ways to travel with my babies. I'm actually going to move on to 2 places, but the one that isn't Merida. So Mexico City or Querétaro. So traveling with your babies. I don't know what size they are. Some people do fly their pets. There are some other options that aside from the actual airline, like there are services that will fly your pets for you, and there are also people that will drive your pets here for you as well. So there's definitely some options for that. As you saw, we drove with our dogs, which was okay if it just wasn't chaotic.
Yes.
For not them, they were actually pretty good. Like so proud of how they did on the way here, but it's just a lot. And then as far as I would say the reason for like Mexico City and Querétaro, which we drove through Querétaro on the way here. I am a sea level girl. I like being near the ocean. I don't like being landlocked. Querétaro is like so much hills and mountains. Like they even have one of those like I don't want to say skyline, but like a lift.
Oh, that's
like
where it's
chairlift,
at. Okay,
and they go up and down to the people that live like on the hill. They have them in Colombia too, where they're like lifts that you have to ride up and down because driving would be crazy. It'd take you forever to get from your house down to the valley versus like taking a lift. I don't want that. And then Mexico City, similar to Puebla, it's surrounded by like mountains, and so the city is inside. So all of the smog and pollution is just like trapped over it. Like a lot of people have issues with that and like altitude sickness. And no, thank you. It's not for me to visit because it's a big city, like New York City, big, actually bigger than New York City as far as square footage or square miles. But no, thank you.
It's even more expensive, a little bit more expensive in Mexico City too, because
It's a big
a
city.
lot of people move from Mexico City to Merida
Yeah.
because of the cost of living. So it's probably better if you're looking for, I guess it depends on the vibe you're looking for too.
Yeah. Vibe and affordability. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're like a big city person, Mexico City may be for you. I am not. I like a suburb life. I like a beach life. It don't gotta be too fast because we do other stuff. Even here in Merida, we do stuff in the city, and I like to go home. I like to go home. So I know that's right. Vibe and affordability are key. But yeah, so I'd be at home. This week's pretty big though. We have the backyard boogie this week, and then on
Monday.
Friday, and then Monday is a Labor Day pool party by Sonia. Sonia Be Creative. If you guys aren't following her on Instagram, she does the paint and sips previously it was at the Dream Center, which is a Black-owned space here. Recently it's been somewhere else. Can't think of the name of it right now. I think just for like summer because like it has a pool so you can paint, sip, and vibe in the pool and all that other stuff. So that's where the pool party is going to be at on Monday. Any other question? I can see there's 14 of y'all in here, but only 3 people that's talking to us. Biggest concern is investigating the best way to transport my
So
babies.
I'm supposed to be going to Illinois next summer, and I was talking about taking my dogs with me, and I found a company that they help transport your pets via plane from Mexico to the United States. I can do some more research on that, and I can pass it over to Katrina, and they'll definitely be good information people have because a lot of people are bringing their pets down, and driving is not for everybody.
Yeah.
I did that drive. I never want to do it again. Never want to do it again.
At least not with them. I think we would need more space and then like bigger wheels.
Yes, definitely bigger wheels.
Maybe like maybe in a different vehicle, not in a minivan.
Potholes and tow pace.
Keep them up. Let's keep them arm up. There we go.
And the missing roads in Campeche. Absolutely. Him, I will definitely do that research. So that we can put that together and include it in the Rose Herd resources.
Yeah.
So I know from what I was able to gather, so I would be coming from Merida and flying myself and my dogs to Chicago, Illinois. And I have 2 pit bulls. And conversation that I had with them was about $300 one way. And that company, and the name escapes me.
Per dog.
Yeah, per dog. They help you with the documentation, the paperwork, anything that you might need to bring your pets back and forth across the border as part of their services.
It's 15 of you in here. And you guys are getting points. I don't know if you guys can see it on your end, but you get like XP points when you're in the live based off of like comments and engagement. So Miss Ingenuity's in first place right now at 75. And Zerubbabel 777 is also in second place at 75. Valley Crud or Crude. I want to make sure. Crude. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. It's in third place. BCO 925. And because you're in the chat doing stuff, you're at 25. And No Ma'am VF 7 feet is also at 25.
And hello to you.
Hey y'all.
Happy Sunday to you too.
So sending live chat messages, sending super chats or super stickers. That's how you get on the letterboard, and the top 3 get special badges in the live chat. So it resets every stream, so you can always try again. No ma'am says hello ladies, happy Sunday. I'm over here crashing out because I have a rabbit, and we all know how Mexico feels about rabbits. I've made the decision to make the drive and make my way over the border with my baby in tow. No, tell us more about how Mexico feels about rabbits, because I actually have no idea about like small pets. Most people are just coming like with cats and dogs. But I don't think I've really seen anyone that's brought small pets. Maybe Nay. I think they have a rabbit or something. I know they have dogs. They got birds.
She got 5 animals. So.
No, she has 5 kids.
Oh, she got 5 kids and a bunch of animals, doesn't she?
Yeah, 5 kids, dogs, birds, and I want to say like a guinea pig or something. But they also drove here from North Carolina, so
regular pets too. Kids included, test animals.
We love kids. We're very kid friendly over here. Actually, these are all in jest. You guys, former teachers and stuff here, nannies, foster mom, all of that. Between the 3 of actual mom. I said between the 3 of us, we have done it all.
Yes.
I used to foster dogs too.
My heart can't take something like that. Want to come to my house? That's my dog.
Fostering is hard. Humans and dogs.
I don't have the emotional capacity to let go.
That happened to me once. Do you remember Sophia, Mom? Oh my gosh, the little boxer.
Oh,
yeah, I went to take her back for her little check at the SPCA, and I was just waiting with my grandma at McDonald's up the street, and they're like, actually, I didn't even get to say goodbye. They were like, oh, we think we found like a permanent home for her, whatever, so we'll just keep her stuff. Excuse me. Excuse me. What are you doing with my dog? Because I was going to keep her. How are you going to take my dog?
That's the hard part, letting them go.
For sure. It's fine. So we have you guys who are watching the live on the TV and have like the camera here, but I was like from the computer to here, I'm like, I can't see that. I said, everybody in my household, we got glasses, and I still can't see that. So I have to read the chat on my phone. I was thinking about it too when I was doing the setup. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. I said, everybody in our family got glasses, and I don't just mean immediate household. I was like, every single first cousin on your side, I don't know about my father's side, I said every single one of my first cousins wears glasses. From Kendra all the way down to the youngest one. Every single one of us.
I wanted to think Kendrick.
Glasses.
Kendrick is the only one. I think he's the only one who wears glasses. Actually on that side.
No.
Who else wears glasses?
Chelsea, Trey, so that's all. They wear contacts, but they all wear glasses because I've seen them.
Oh. All right. So yeah,
We're
everybody
blind.
blind.
We're blind as a family unit on both sides.
Strong gene.
The blindness.
I can see a little bit of someone that says, hang on.
Do this. And I didn't even say, hey mom, that says help a fur mommy.
I know there are words over there.
Yeah,
Both of them are so tiny.
We drove down here in the van with a lot of our stuff. So it was me, my mom, and my sister, and then 3 dogs and some of our stuff. On the day that we moved out, like we were supposed to be leaving, we realized that we had too much stuff that we needed to help us get started. So we didn't have room for my grandma. So she stayed behind. We made the trip here and got settled into the house. And then I flew back to go get her over the weekend.
It was the van and a cargo carrier.
Yes. And a roof thingy.
Yes.
Yeah. We had so much stuff. But we did ship here. And I know that's a question that needs to be answered. It's been asked a lot. Someone's like, can you make a video on it? And I was going back and forth on it, and I'm probably not going to do that. And I'm going to tell you why. I am like 50-50 in regret of shipping stuff here. And so I'm not going to make a video and tell anyone, hey, if you want to ship your stuff here, like, do this. Because even the company that we use, while they were the cheapest of the options that we found, and I don't mean cheap as in like cheap, but it adds up. It was so much money, and I was like, except for like sentimental stuff, what we spent, we could have started completely
Absolutely.
over. Now there were some pieces that needed to come, like my mom has this Korean furniture from when she was stationed in Korea back in the 1900s, and not kidding, but I was like, they've been in every house that we have ever lived in, you know, stuff from like my grandma's china cabinet, which I wish was here, and that, and this dining table that didn't make it. Those things, yes, those should have come. But everything else, I would have started completely over. So that was upsetting, which is why I'm not making a video about shipping. If you would like to learn about your options, though, we did go with international van lines. They were great. It just happened to be when we were shipping and they were coming to get our stuff, we happened to be right at the beginning of the longshoreman strike. So all of the people that were ahead of us were still waiting to go out, which means, and he said that every day that they strike, they were 2 weeks behind schedule for every day. So all of our stuff was delayed because of the strike. Plus, the wording, they kept saying, oh, visa. And I'm like, I got my visa. What they were meaning to say on their side was residency. I was not a resident and didn't have documents, so they could not release our stuff to be shipped until residency, which is why we had that emergency trip to Belize video. That is what had happened. I needed to go and get a 10-day FMM, let it expire, and then get my residency, which of course you have to pay the penalty for, all the other stuff. Plus I paid to expedite it so I could have my card that same day so I could give it to our customs lady or whatever, be like, hey, look, got it. And it was that simple, like 30 minutes after I sent that to her in an email. She was like, great, we'll have it released by Monday, which of course then it takes 6 weeks to get here because it had to go all the way from Virginia to South America, Cruz, Mexico, before coming into the port in Merida and making its way to the house. So we got here in October. We did not get our stuff until January.
Yes.
I was on an air mattress, you guys. And I'm not like old, but I'm like old. I'm like 30 something. And I was like months on an air mattress. And I could have bought a bed sooner, but I was like, oh, I'll just wait till our stuff gets here. Because he was like, oh, you should be able to have it by Christmas. Christmas came and went.
Indeed.
So I did end up ordering my bed, and it just comes with like the box spring and feet. And I said, I'm off the floor, and I thank you, big God. You know, trying to put up like fake curtains or whatever that we had with command hooks. I kept falling down every single night. No,
we made it work for the first couple months. Made it work.
Mia, hi Mia.
Hello,
Yes, thanks for going live. I saw a recent video from Yar Bros, I remember them, criticizing Mexico for racism against Black people. What have been your experiences, thoughts?
Was that with the preface? one, racism against Black people is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Worldwide.
It's global. It's global. We know that. We knew that slavery has existed everywhere in this hemisphere, from Canada on down. Mexico was not exempt, no matter what they show you. Even if, one of the first presidents of Mexico was a Black man, Vicente Guerrero, and it exists. However, Carmen, I have not experienced that here. We had a Karen situation at a Starbucks because that lady wouldn't mind her business. It's like a disease with some people,
Yeah.
But actual racism towards my skin, none whatsoever. And we had an event in Cholul a few weeks ago called Her Table. We're having another one in November. But it was a question that I asked to the local women here. So it was a group of us, new people, immigrants, expats, whatever they want to call themselves, and then local women here. And I asked the question, I said, especially with everything that's going on in the States, I was like, how do you really feel about us? And she was like, we're all humans, we're all people. She was like, we don't care about none of that stuff. It's more about who you are as a person and how you present yourself. So, the culture here, are there things here that I wish were different? Yes. Am I going to complain about it and be like, well, you should do it this way because this is what I like or what I'm used to? No, because if I liked where I was at so much, I would have stayed there. Clearly, I didn't. And I'm of the belief that if you go looking for something, you will find it. And while there is, I would say, racism here, it is not like U.S. racism at all. I've lived in the South my entire life, even though most racism experiences that we've had have been in northern states because y'all don't know how to do the quiet type. But yeah, no, I haven't had any experiences like that in this country, and I've back and forth ish other places. I've been coming to Mexico, this city specifically, since 2008. So I was 16 the first time I came to the city, and I have never, ever. But for y'all,
I have never experienced that here, and there have been. We went to the bank. We have experienced Mexican people. It was an American, and he was loud and on his phone, and we could tell we were looking at him, and we were looking at each other, and people globally, people know that there is a difference amongst Americans as a whole, and as far as the lumping and grouping together. Now, if you act a certain way, you're gonna get lumped with the bad Americans.
Yes.
Regardless of your skin color.
Right.
And I think too, it's your, how you present yourself, because like you said, when we have, we've been out in the community, we shop in the mercados, we are always among the people. And I think when you present yourself as being friendly, you'll receive the same. They speak, it's culturally for them to say, buen dia, whatever. And they'll do that. And if you look at them like, why are you talking to me? If you run across them, if you're living in that area again, they may still speak, but their receptivity towards you may be different. And it's whatever you put out is what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. And so we have been in places, in the grocery stores, they're speaking, they're helpful. They will pull out their phones and like, let me help you. I see you struggling, and they recognize when you don't.
Except yesterday, that lady at Chicago was rude. And I was like, she had a whole attitude. I think she was probably like, foreigner. And like the first time she was like, I didn't understand. I said, I didn't even finish my sentence because I'm speaking in Spanish. Then she got me. But I think she assumed like, oh, another foreigner that's out self-checkout that needs help. And it's probably going to be like, why don't you speak English? And I'm like, no, I needed help, but I didn't actually need help. I just wanted you to take this off because it was part of a separate purchase. But I guess, I don't know. I think she was bracing herself and it came across as attitude. And I was like, that's not it.
I think she was frustrated too because the girl who helped me when I needed to cancel my order with her to bring mommy stuff up, the way she was talking to that girl she was training, I was like, I think
it might be that too. She was probably a manager training a newbie and she was tired. It was like almost 5:00 in the afternoon and she was done. And she said, Lynette Fletcher says, "Hello, my people. How are you guys doing? Blessings to you all. Where is grandma? Is she okay? This is my first time on Q&A. I'm enjoying it." So grandma is finishing her Sunday nap right now. It's been busy. I feel like we haven't had like those type of Sunday nap type days in a long time. But I'm gonna tell you, I was in pajamas till like 2:30, literally. So yeah, just a restful
We're
day.
slowing down.
Finally slowing down. Can move. We're having a delayed Jamaican Independence Day celebration. So Jamaican Independence Day is on August 6th, but we were moving on the 4th, and everything just kept getting pushed back, and also the order for oxtail took for forever for us to figure that out. But that's what we're having tonight: oxtail, rice, fried plantain, salad, and it's gonna be good. And I got these, you guys, they have these apple pie egg rolls at Costco, and every time we go in there, I'm like, oh, next time I'll try them. Oh, next time I'll try them. My sister and I were in our feelings yesterday, so she got a container of donuts, and I got a box of apple pie egg rolls, and that is for dinner tonight. Is it Jamaican? No. Will it help my heart? Yes. So yeah, but welcome to your first Q&A. All that roundabout way to say welcome to the first Q&A. If you have any questions about life here or just us in general, life in Mexico, feel free to ask away. We are here. I think we've got like another 30 minutes or so to go, or 20 minutes. So just throw them in here. There we go. Oh, today is the 24th. So I had a notie pop up from this WhatsApp group that we're in called Pause and Play Experiences, basically for like adults that want to do fun things like games and game nights and beach days and things, whatever. And there's this guy here. It's a Black man, and he's hosting these like old school movie nights because he has kids, and he was like, I feel like these kids are not part of the culture. So like each month or so far, he's choosing a new movie for us to watch. And tonight it's School Days. Can't remember what last month was. It was something like a ninja.
It was a dragon movie.
Something dragon.
Into the Dragon.
Something like that. Sure. But yeah, so
it's from her time period.
So they're watching all of the like old school movies. So School Days, and who knows what next month is gonna be, or October. But if you guys are gonna be here around that time, like make sure you're in Facebook groups or joining WhatsApp groups so that you know like what's happening here and like staying connected. Even if you're not here yet, but if you're planning to be here in the next few months, so it's like joining the groups now. Like I know Black Merida puts out their calendar at the beginning of each month, and so like they have their events, and then people that are hosting events can submit their stuff for the events calendar. And just to preface, Black Merida is a separate thing from Black Merida Experience. They're two separate things, and it's like a whole thing.
And they're brothers and sisters of Merida. So
Yes.
there's 3 different Black groups that are down here in Merida. They're on Facebook, they're on WhatsApp. So I'm in all of them.
Because there are other groups as well too. There are other groups that are not geared just towards like Black people, but
Ladies of Merida.
yeah, like Ladies of Merida
The
that
global
has
social media.
their brunch thing. So Ladies of Merida is the first Saturday of the month where they do brunch. Globals is Thursday nights.
So there's some in there. There's a Thursday, there's a Wednesday, there's a Friday. So when you join the global social media, there's a bunch of like, so Ladies of Merida is a subgroup under that. They've got one for people who like are big into working out in fitness, for parents, for people who like to garden, for there's a bunch of different groups that are under there. And I was in a bunch of them in the beginning when we first got here. Cause I was trying to see what there is to see. I'm a social person. And then as I started kind of weeding them out, removing myself from groups that weren't really relevant for me.
Yeah, because you'll be in so much groups. And I'm like, I hate all those notifications. So I try and join them from my Mexican phone versus my main like US phone, and I will go and check I think maybe twice a day. and that's it. Because I logged into that Joker today. I had 116 WhatsApp notifications.
It's really not that
I
hard
said,
to do.
No, gracias. From yesterday, but from between like yesterday and this morning, I said, no,
Yeah.
leave me alone.
That's on the weekends. Often.
Yeah, because people are always wanting to do stuff.
But I'm real quick to open it and close it right back.
Okay, cleared. Cleared. I'm not even reading all of that. Unless it's like something important, like the previous neighbors group. Oh no, that's a spa. Pamela Jones says that she was in San Miguel de Allende and it's so beautiful. She was there last summer and it was like living in a painting.
Ooh.
Sounds beautiful.
And they have a lot of cobblestones and stuff. It's very hilly and it's more a bit like interior, so the weather is cooler, but very beautiful. It is on my list of places to visit. I think they may be a little bit pricier than Merida, which is why I'm not going nowhere else. And when I say price, like Merida is not cheap. I don't like that word. I would say it's definitely more affordable. We're talking about a difference of cost of living. So it's better, but it's not, what's what I'm looking for? It's definitely better than Virginia, but it's not like cheap. It's not like the lowest. Now, if you're coming from like New York or California, you're gonna be on your knees thanking the Most High. Like, how much is it? I watch those reels and stuff. I'm like, check out this, 1-bedroom New York apartment. Is the bedroom in the room with us? Because I've had closets that are bigger.
I put a friend of mine. They were moving and looking for a place, and I asked them, "Okay, what are your parameters? For you and where y'all going?" This man said $2,600, and they need to have at least 2 bedrooms. What?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't understand at all.
I will never live above the Mason-Dixon line. Between that and the snow, I can't.
I was talking to my cousin. She's in Florida, and she was like, the place that they're staying in is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, and it's like $2,000. And I was like,
absolutely not.
Florida is it's just in the wrong place. It is the New York of the South.
I was like, we got 6 toilets in this house. 4, if you count the one like in the maid's room, which we didn't have before, a whole laundry room, 4 bedrooms, pool, big kitchen, all the other stuff. We don't even pay $2,000 a month, and that's including maintenance in this new house and stuff. And I was like, no, I can't go back to it. We're talking 4-bedroom home, giant land. I'm gonna show y'all on this house tour video that's coming up, but there's no way that I could go back to that. And I was like, yeah, we're spending a lot of money. Hi, Pink. She's right on my foot. Sometimes I feel like we're spending a lot of money, but I type A personality. I track my finances every month. And I was like, yeah, it's a lot of money, but I said also some of this, I said, is less than the mortgage that I was paying in that house to live by myself with the dog. When I think of just the mortgage and the car payment and the car insurance, the electricity and the water and the garbage and the lawn care people, because I don't mow grass. Like all of those things, or when something breaks, the homeowner's insurance, which was like, I was like, this is crazy. Gas in my car, internet. I'm like, huh. And so the amount of money that I was spending on monthly expenses is like 2, sometimes maybe 3 months of expenses here. So yeah, I live here now.
Definitely a lot better.
I live here. I'm not a digital nomad. I live here. So yeah. And it's going by so fast.
Your laptop got a full battery?
Huh?
Your laptop got a full battery? I'm gonna have to unplug it. He's sitting right on the cord.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Big Papa's, aka Huey, is laying on the laptop cord. All right, let's see who else we still have with us in here. Miss Ingenuity still in number 1 spot on the letterboard. Zerubbabel, number 2. No Man, number 3. They're holding strong. We've got some new people on the letterboard. Valerie's still at number 4. Mia's coming in at 5, and then at 6. BC at 7. Sister, you've moved down to 8th place.
Because it's not about me. It's about the people that we're helping.
Indeed. And you can always just get on the letterboard by sending live chat messages, sending super chats or super stickers, and it'll reset for every stream. So even if you're not top fan on the letterboard this time, we can get there next time. But we want to hear from you. Anything, even if it's an unhinged question. She said those SMA hills got me though. Yeah, San Miguel de Allende is nothing but hills and cobblestone. And I was like, that sounds like a hazard because I've tripped falling upstairs before.
It's bad for my knees.
Because you're about to be old.
Whatever.
Probably.
On her big birthday.
Her big birthday coming, but she's qualified for that ARP.
Do you know ARP?
Once you qualify for ARP, I'm not looking.
I don't know if anyone in here is from Canada. Do y'all have AARP in there where you turn like 55? Let us know in the comments, in the chat, if you guys have AARP there. It's over in Canada, like so close. And yes, I know it's a foreign country, but at the same time, it just seems so foreign sometimes. But I haven't been there since I was a kid, so.
Gravy and cheese on the French fries.
I had cheese curds. It's like that first thing. Basically. She said I had to practice walking on those cobblestones so I wouldn't fall. See? No, I've already fallen.
That's sneaker country. I flip-flops, sneakers.
Parts of Central have cobblestones.
Don't
too.
like it either. Every time we go to La Isla, I'm like, you are okay. You are driving. Why do y'all slow down when it changed from paved roads to cobblestone?
Like y'all ain't got bigger potholes.
Okay, way bigger potholes.
It's the motions.
It's the what?
I said it's the motion. Because it's
That's the regular road on, literally the road coming up to La Isla is just like that. Patchwork. But they patchwork quickly around here. They put up the roads, patch the holes, do road construction. They move fast down here in Mexico.
It's not like 64 in Virginia. They were working on that road since about 92.
Okay.
And have not completed it yet.
Okay.
We've got some new people that are just coming in. We're just talking about roads and stuff. And I was sharing earlier that YouTube has some cool features for us during the live. So we've got our super thanks, super chat, or a donation through super giving. So if you'd like to support our channel while we're live, again, no pressure because your questions and time are valuable to us. But if you would like to, we'll make sure to give you a special shout out on the stream and also in our separate post to share our top fans with our community. We'll just go ahead and you can ask your questions in the chat. I know we need some like music. I don't do well with that. Hey Valerie, thank you so much for our first super. Thank you. Really appreciate you.
Hello, dog. What's your matter?
Oh, Huey is very upset right now.
Damn, is giving him side eye. She's just like, well, why are you making noise?
Yeah. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to add your questions if you have any more questions for us. Or just went ahead. Also, I don't know if you guys have been over to the community tab on our YouTube channel. Hi, Huey. The community tab on our YouTube channel, but you can also post on there as well. So if you're subscribed to our channel, you guys can talk to each other. You can talk to us, and you can leave your questions there. You can share your thoughts or first experiences. So yeah, head over to the community tab and join us. You were in Merida in May, had to really focus to get used to all those glorietas. Have you fully integrated into the style of driving there? Yep.
Yes, absolutely. I was like, in the beginning, I did all of the driving here. And so I would say just that drive coming down through Mexico was a really good, just breaking me into how they drive down here. I am a much more
aggressive.
Okay, yeah. I was
Go ahead.
I was being aggressive but safe driver. But you definitely have to be on. I mean, watching your mirrors, watching the people. It's all about timing. All about timing. When it comes to the glorietas. And confidence. Trust that you know what you're doing. And make sure that you know you're ready to hit the gas pedal. Hit the gas pedal.
Yeah, my confidence was shook on the way here after our accident with that 18-wheeler. So if you guys have not seen our driving to Merida, it's a 2-part video series. Please watch that. We talked all about it, and I recorded every single day, the entire 10 days it took us to get here. But after that accident, like, I was so shook, you guys. Like, I literally could not even. And then getting here, I was like, oh, they are crazy. They are crazy. But I knew that I wanted to drive, and I was like, and it's crazy because I was like, dang, I was like, I have this whole vehicle here, and I was like, I can't even use it. So I had to build up my confidence slow, like driving in the back roads in Chowol, where I knew like it's quiet, no one's really back here, whatever. Starting there, like with Tope, seeing how it feels, and then just driving like on this side of the periférico. So after back roads, I was like, okay, I can get into Concao, I can get down to the Superaki and like Domino's and stuff. Like, I can navigate this part. And after that, it was like, I would make that turn. I could not get around that glorieta on the Merida Motul. I have to turn and get to the light that's up there and come around in order for me to I had to get my confidence, or like take the back road to the laundromat. But once I could get around that big glorieta, which is the roundabout, like, I was like, oh, okay, I could do that. But the real biggest driving was the day they were leaving, or earlier this year, the airport. Once I was doing that and on the high, because that was my first time driving on the periférico, which is the beltway around the city. She drove to the airport to get them, but I had to drive me and my grandma back. And I said, once I was on the highway, that was it. You couldn't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing.
And the periférico is actually
the best road.
It is easier and probably safer to drive than driving through the city, because it's just regular highway. And it's just regular highway, good speed. It's generally not too crowded. In town's a different story. It is, the speed limit is the flow of traffic.
Yeah.
And the lanes are, this is the spaces available on the road. See how
even if there are lines. Even if there are lines. I was like, well, this is a 2-lane road, but they decided it was going to be 3. Or it's 2 lane and a bike lane, and that bike lane has been commandeered as a 3rd lane.
They turn across you. They're like this way, and they're going that way. And they're just like,
yeah. Happened the other day.
So Lynette says, hopefully I will visit sometime next year or before, if God's will, just to see how the places and the people are. Maybe if I like it, I would consider living there, but I don't know yet. Yes, always visit first. There are some people that have moved here, and their move here was their first time out of the country, period. But I was like, I could never move to a place that I have not seen with my own eyes. First of all, spacing. You could tell me that it was like, hey, this house is, 1,500 square feet. Okay, what it looked like though, because what does 1,500 square feet look like to me, and how is it laid out? You can say like, oh, it's 90-something degrees, but who's 90-something degrees? Texas, Virginia, Merida, it's its own thing. It's a very different 90. The people here, it was like the noise levels, the different smells, the customs. Not that the city smells or anything like that. It doesn't. But like, yeah, you just have to see how you are going to feel about it. There are some beautiful things that are brand new, like skyscrapers that they're putting up. And then there are people where you go to the outside pueblos where you're like, I would not put my dog in this for a living. And that's real. But also there are places like that in the States as well too. We would call them shanty towns back in the day. But there are people that are still living like that here. And I think some people, like other YouTubers, they may not show that because they're like, oh, yes, come here. Come here if it is for you and only for you. There are plenty of, the world is big.
Yes.
The world is big. So definitely visit for a good amount of time, not like a couple of days.
At least a week. At least
as
a
a
week.
minimum. We get a minimum. Make sure you have enough time to really visit here and see what it's like. No Man says, had to step away and play catch up. Thanks for your response. I have 2 U-Haul U-boxes loaded up, and we'll see how the process goes. They ship to Mexico for about $3,000 a box, but that could change. That's not that bad.
I don't know. Not from what we paid.
Yeah.
The Vive-In lane. Listen, as long as there's no bus in front of you or bus coming, and you get to get over the little bumps, you're fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Except for that one time when we were leaving La Plancha and you were in the La Tram lane and we couldn't get out and we were at the light, and as soon as we pulled up, I put that sunshade down. There was a camera right here. I said, if we got a ticket, we wouldn't be. We could say nothing. Yeah. Alana, hi Alana, welcome.
Hi.
She says, have you all seen any protests in Merida, or has it been confined to Mexico City? There was a women's rights protest earlier and whatnot, and then stuff for like teachers. So teachers have been protesting, I want to say, around the country for better wages. However, we have not been to any as residents. There are certain rights that do not apply to us. That is one of them.
You cannot protest anything. You cannot be at them, near them, down the street from them. There are warnings that go out via social media, on the websites, and a lot of the WhatsApp groups. They let you know where they're going to be and will tell you to stay away, because if the Mexican government, the police, think that you are with them, they will take you.
Yeah,
and
that does hurt my heart a little bit, because me and my sister, we some protesting people. Okay, we're gonna be out in the streets, but I also don't want to go to prison or jail. I don't know if y'all saw that video with Cortez Ross from Move, Bride, and Thrive when he got locked up here in Merida. I don't want that for me. This is very much, we have innocent until proven guilty. People love to say that in the States. No, you are guilty until proven innocent. They're gonna lock you up until they figure out what had happened. No, thank you. I don't want that for me. All right, what else y'all got for us? Ask them all.
So we got a few more minutes left.
I know. We might go like a little bit over because it'll be like 1. But yeah, if you have any questions left, we will answer as many as we can within like the next 10 minutes or so. But then I'm gonna go eat some oxtail. Okay. What you got? Even if it's unhinged, which actually I kind of like those. Your most unhinged questions, weird ones, anything. I love those because that's where my brain lives.
Because a good what if and what happens when, or is this even a possibility? Those are good questions to ask. That way you know.
Like we just had our first tarantula here the other day, you guys. If you saw that on our shorts, and I was not joking.
And we've seen 2 scorpions.
Yeah, one was an actual one. The other one was a little baby.
That's an actual scorpion.
I know. His shell wasn't even hard yet because I crushed the heck out of him. I was like, I was in the pool. I was like, I didn't have my glasses on. I couldn't see. It was a lot. So much animals.
You got to be prepared for them. And some of them will grow on you ish. But they grow on you ish. I mean, the lizards in my room, I'm just like, right now, I'm just like, you know what? You are where you are.
Don't call me.
I just want you to know that he's there because they leave my room to come to your room. So you know they're there.
I appreciate that. Well, last night, one caught me by surprise. He wasn't in my room. Thankfully, I have a window in my shower now, you guys, with a screen. And I had the window open, but the screen was shut. And I just went to go close it last night. I didn't even see it until I went to go move the thing, and I saw that joker jump. I don't know where he went to, but that lizard jumped right off of the window to the out. But I said, as long as you're out,
I had a bird in my shower window. Like on the first day, like I saw the shadow of it because the window, no, because the screen, the glass was open. It was the screen, and I was like, oh, y'all be right here. I don't like it.
Miss Ingenuity says, did you move yourself to your new home or hire someone with a truck? Both. We did a slow move. So we signed the lease here and then moved over slowly over the course of like a month so that we weren't rushed. And then we hired movers for like big items and like heavy things like beds, couches, stuff that had to like go upstairs. We hired a moving company. So they came and like wrapped the couches and mattresses and all that other stuff and moved us here. And thank God.
And they put the beds together too, which is very convenient as the person who used to have to be the one to put the beds together.
They asked you where you wanted things to be too, so they'll move it for you, which I thought was great.
And the price wasn't horrible. It was 8,500 pesos, so under $500 for a full day move. I was like, ooh. And I was like, I'll take it. She said, yeah, she saw Cortez. Yes, I did say oxtail. It's a place that I found in some of the other groups. I know I have a whole lot of listing of resources, but and we just ordered online and they came and delivered it to the house. So we got her some oxtails and we got some ribeye steaks.
Good ribeyes.
Yes, good 10 ounce, not too fatty, but enough marbling. They came and delivered to the house, and I was like, as I said before, I said I won't put anything out there that I have not tried myself. So they're gonna get added into that resources page for my people that are in the Exodus Planner course. And if this is your first time hearing about said course, it is a compilation of everything that I used or created for our move here and afterwards, because I couldn't find all the things that I was looking for. And also I was like, I'm not made of money. So there were other courses that I found that was even a do-it-yourself course for $500 for a DIY course. And I was like, I don't want, some of the relocation things or even tours were like thousands of dollars. And so this course is $97. I do have a code exit 2025 for 50% off for the first 10 people. I'm probably not going to change the price of that course because it is for my people who are watching their coins. We ain't got no retirement or social security money coming in. I'm still a working girl. Tomorrow is Monday. Got to go to work. Everything that is for us. And I also attached some services to go along with that. So consultations, if you have questions that you didn't want to put in here and you want to do a one-on-one, that's for us. We actually just had our first one about a week and a half ago or so. So I don't know if you're watching this, Miss Joyce, but hey, it was so great talking to you. And she's coming down here with her friends next month. She'll also be our first Merida City Tour group that we are going to have. So I'm super excited about that. I've seen some other people saying like, hey, yeah, I'm going to reach out to you when we're coming. And I would absolutely love to. And if we're at any events, I'm getting used to it now. You can come and say hi, as long as I'm not like having my face full of food and stuff like that. We're at a restaurant or whatever. Like, wave. And I said, when I put it down, I said, come say hi, y'all. I'm used to people calling my name in the Walmart now. It used to creep me out at first. I mean, at Walmart, in the emergency room, at the mall. I don't know.
At Sam's Club.
At Sam's Club. And I was just like, wait, hold on. Because I'd be like, how you know my name? And then I'd be like, right, because I put my face on the internet.
Because we're YouTubers.
Like, yeah. I know you.
And I was like, I've never seen you before in my life.
Like, where do you know me from?
But yes, please come and say hi to us if you see us about. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or even here. YouTube is the biggest platform for the Rose Herd. I'm checking it all the time. I try and get to the comments the same day. So if you ever have a thought, if you guys are watching the replay, you can still put your questions here in the chat. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for y'all. That's all I got. If you guys have anything else to share,
I'm looking forward to doing this more often.
Yes,
like being able to talk to people, share all the information. I saw you.